suburbs are more liberal than they were 4 years ago, and the suburbs are more diverse than they've ever been, and they're running on calling people in the suburbs, they keep talking about housewives, suburban housewives, and making them less diverse. Frankly, there's more diversity and more people from cities living in the suburbs now than ever.
Yeah, it's like this would be an awesome convention in like 92. But it really doesn't work for 2020. The suburbs are full of black, brown, tan people and middle class folks who can't afford to live in $1 million condos in the city. I live in the suburbs. The suburbs are brown. The suburbs are where you have bilingual Burger Kings and McDonald's. So when Donald Trump is talking about this mythical suburb, he's talking about children, parents who have kids who go to school with 3 or 4 different kinds of races, and they come home and they're used to it, and Cinco de Mayo festivals are done without brownface. He doesn't even know the country he's talking to at this particular point. But I think yesterday, and I agree with Tim Scott, I was able to hear him after I cleared my ears after Kimberly Guilfoyle. She was still yelling at me. But by the time they got to Tim Scott last night, that was one of the most compelling speeches I saw. But here's the problem with it, Nicole, and this is what I think demonstrates the fact that Trump doesn't even know what his base is anymore. Tim Scott was there to make suburban white people, urban white people, and middle-class black people take a different look at Donald Trump. But nothing he said resonated with the reality that we're seeing outside. People are still losing jobs. People are still afraid of COVID. People still can't go to the movies. So when Tim Scott gives this sort of baritone, Donald Trump has cared more for black people, it doesn't look like that's the case. And that's what I thought was strange, is this entire campaign, this entire RNC doesn't fit the reality that the viewers are seeing right now. And that's why I don't think it's going to resonate. The ratings were terrible.
Jason, the other thing happening in the suburbs are kids are not going back to school because of Donald Trump's failures to eradicate coronavirus, to have same-day testing in place for every single school teacher in this country or kids. I mean, they tried to rewrite some of that, and then Donald Trump, even in a scripted, taped performance, managed to invoke hydroxychloroquine.
Yeah, I thought that entire segment, Nicole, the segments, I'm thinking back, I don't know, it was like 20 years ago, I was a kid. I remember seeing Liddy Dole. Do you remember when like Liddy Dole got off the stage, I think it was like 96, and went out in the audience and talked to people, and there was this warm, amazing like Oprah moment. And this was Donald Trump's opportunity to do that. He talked to regular people, but rather than him saying, I care about you, I'm concerned about your kids, how's your work doing? It was a praise fest. It was like a bunch of clones of Mike Pence. Everybody just had to sit there and worship the president. And that's not what the American people want to hear. They want to hear that I'm rolling up my sleeves and I'm going to make sure that your kids can go back to school and that you can visit your family by Thanksgiving and we can all go see Tenet because COVID's going to be gone. They failed to present a message about how the dangers and the traumas that Americans are dealing with today are going to change anytime soon. And again, that's not even your base at this point. That is literally only cultists, because your base is out there suffering because they haven't been able to work and they haven't got a $600 check from the government in about a month.
And they can't get a same-day COVID test to know if it's safe to go back to the office. Right. Jason Johnson, David Plouffe, two of the smartest people on the planet on all these topics. Thank you so much for spending some time with us.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.